keep things out, brother.
Oh. Okay, recording.
Okay, we back, y'all. We have to take
part two.
So get ready, y'all. So tag team.
We're gonna finish the conversation.
Tag team. Like I said, we going from 2000s to now. So
2000s from now.
2000s. I kept it kind of. It really don't matter. Long as it's current. So it's current tag team. Really don't matter the time frame. I'm just trying to set the tone. But that's the bubble we're gonna play in. Because there's been a lot of great tag teams from a lot of people. I got a tag team that I don't think people would expect.
So
I know who on Bryson is. I think I know who he got. I think I know his number 2 is. I think I know who his number 2 is.
1.5 square, like 100 square feet.
Yeah, like oh, bitch.
All right, so
go ahead.
Who's going first? Who's going first?
Go first.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so for WWE, we doing 2010s and stuff, right? Or just doing
we
remember.
Yeah.
I mean, this is across the board too, so this ain't gonna be no specific company.
Once you said 2000s, that's like, oh, we're going back to 2000.
It's different companies, different one for each company. All right, so
I got one from each company, so
WWE.
I'm doing one for me. I'm doing one for each company as well.
Yeah,
all right, one for each company. Okay, all right. I can do that.
I said the best tag team is the Usos, but based off of teamwork and like everything they have done together, I would say New Day, but you can't say New Day because technically they are they're actually a team. It's a stable in a sense. It's a stable. Because if you think about
New Day.
Oh yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
Because if you think about it, it's like the Fabulous Freebirds. Once they won the title, they interchanged their people. New Day did the same thing. A tag team is only 2 people, not 3. It's never
to be real with you, the only person that was kind of consistent with the New Day's reign was Big E because you needed a big dude and the athletic guy. That was their chemistry.
Exactly. Because it's like if that was the case, then the NWO would be considered a tag team. The first 3 members in Hogan, Hall, and Nash.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Hogan, Hall, and Nash. It was just Hall and Nash because they came in as a tag team. Then Hogan joined, and it was still the tag champions. Hall and Nash. Hogan never did anything with them.
But New Day didn't operate like that. New Day nenever operated like that.
No,
that's what we're saying. We're saying that, like I said, the only person that was consistent was Big E.
Because you had the power lineup, it was Big E and Woods, or the hybrid was Big E and
Kofi.
Then you had Kofi and Woods, who was like the high flying. But all right, so
and the only reason that Kofi and Big E would be together is because Woods was always hurt.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Usos for me.
Woods most of the time was your mouthpiece.
Exactly.
Every time. Yep. So they played it smart. They all can speak. I think Kofi was the weakest speaker on the mic, but they all could do what they needed to do for the job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If this was 2009 Kofi, that's a different story.
Yes. But, that man got held back. I said it.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Bryce?
I said that man got held back. I said it. We ain't gonna talk about it, but he got held back.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
All right, so WWE, Usos, Ring of Honor, the Briscoes. They pretty much set off the whole tag team revolution.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was
Devon X. Damn. That's Devon X.
Ooh, I forgot about
MLW.
Yep. They still wrestling. I forgot Devon Eriks. I forgot his son.
Now, we talking about the son?
Devon Eriks.
Yeah, the son.
The son.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. Man,
I want to say who? The sons. Okay.
Boom.
The only surviving member of Kids. They put it like that.
Yeah, the dad.
That's Kerry, right?
Yeah. Kerry's the only one. Hey, they from Texas. They from Texas. Got to represent.
Devon Eriks, New Japan. Now that was a tough one.
That man sitting there like, do I put Gorillas of Destiny or do I put the Good Brothers over?
Exactly. Like, like that's a tough one. But
I'll say this. I'm gonna add on to that, Cavante, and I'm gonna say why Good Brothers are better than Good Brothers
like,
better than the
it's accomplishments
GOD.
and the chemistry.
Like I said, title reigns, accomplishments. It took Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa 4 years to finally win that tag team championship tournament. Something that that the Good Brothers already did 2 times before them.
True. So with that being said, not God, Good Brothers. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry, Joff.
Look at it. Look at that. Look at it.
But
So that's 4, right? That's
but
4.
here's the thing with that is the Good Brothers, but the God is like literally, like up there with them, like neck to neck type shit. It was like a centimeter off. That's who else I had? What was the other company?
AEW's on one. AEW and Impact are the ones you got left.
AEW, Lucha Brothers.
And like we said, and like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep saying it to the day I die. In 2021, they had the greatest intro of all time, hands down. You had people crunk all around the entire fucking country with that intro. That shit was so fucking fire, bro.
My dude, Pentagon Jr. is the most disrespectful nigga I know. He really do this and put it all in your like, nigga. Like,
he be
Tony, did you see what he did? You should have seen what he did to Kenny Omega, bro. What he did to Kenny, that shit was mean.
My favorite part is when he hit the
on the glove.
I die every time.
You take it nice and slow, and start tugging on it.
Wow, nigga, like man, what?
And then Impact. We gonna skip Impact. I can't even think right now.
Okay. I got a team for you in Impact that you ain't gonna remember, but I'm not gonna go ahead.
I think
I'm
the K.
Nah.
It better not be who I think it is, bro, because they on my list. They on my list.
My top 5 tag teams go like this. All right, number 5, I gotta put you motherfucking bitch. He didn't even let me let me finish my statement. The Motor City Machine Gun.
You bastard child.
Alex Shelley and Chris motherfucking Sabin.
There we go. That's my people right there.
You want to talk about some of the fastest motherfuckers in boy. You want to talk about
probably
speed?
The best tag team from TNA.
I'm telling you, bro. You want to talk about speed? They were some of the fastest offensive motherfuckers out there in that fucking company.
They were smooth as fuck too, boy. They were smooth with it.
Shit, who you telling, bro? Number 5. Okay. Number 4. Y'all don't know these guys as much as I do, but I've seen them grow from when they first started to where they are now. But number 4, I gotta go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I gotta give it a Show and Yo. AKA Roppongi 3K.
Them boys are bad.
When they were tagging together, dog, they were unstoppable. You want to talk about the king of the junior weight tag team division? You have to look at them. Those were some of the best tag team wrestling I've seen what they were doing, man. Number three, you know, I gotta be a little bit biased. We're gonna go to AEW. I'm gonna put Lucha Bros in there.
I knew he was gonna put them on there. I knew that.
All right, we're gonna do Lucha Bros. Number 2, I'm gonna put the Briscoes up there. Because like I said, revolutionary tag team wrestling in the Ring of Honor, and man, did they do a lot. My number 1 tag team of all for right now, they had a bit of a rocky start when they first joined the company, but from when I started watching them wrestle, I knew that they made me fall in love with the style of wrestling that they had, and it made me appreciate more of what they're doing. I'm gonna put F.T.R. up there. The reason why I put F.T.R. on my number one spot is because they take it back to the old school. They take it back to an era of what my mom liked to wrestle, because their style of wrestling is based off the Midnight Express. And my mom, when she was young, she would go see the Midnight Express and the what's the other tag team? The
Freebird.
One of the Young Bucks, the Freebird. She would go watch them. So for me, F.T.R. is my generation of the Midnight Express when they come to the wrestling. And I can go in front and back. I didn't start watching them in AEW. I didn't start watching them with WWE. I started watching them when they were NXT. And most of y'all on the page, I know me once in a while, I was a really big fan of NXT. I loved NXT. And for them to be the only, and I'm gonna say this because I think it's still true to this day, but they are the only 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions.
I think so.
So they left their mark in history, and I respect what they're doing right now.
Well, I guess I'll.
I was say can't be fun with FTR because like the FTR and the Briscoes, they remind me of like the Dudley Boys, like achievement wise.
Yeah,
I see that.
I'll give you that. But with
Like,
my
especially with the Briscoes, like it's always.
Briscoes, they.
Can I just say this because I feel bad, but can I get an honorable mention?
Go ahead.
Santana and Ortiz.
Oh yeah, LAX.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I gotta give them an honorable mention because even though they haven't been, been able to get their ground or their footing or the push that they need in AEW, you gotta look back to what they did in Impact and the stuff they do in Impact for their division. The wars with the Lucha Bros are some of the best matches I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep.
I would say another honorable mention from Impact too. The old LAX, Homicide.
That motherfucker Hernandez was breaking people's necks with that damn border toss.
But imagine
Super Max. Oh my, that dude is something.
The wars with AJ and Christopher Daniels, the wars with Team 3D, like, but those.
We not gonna mention Team 3D because they had that shitty ass electric cage match, and we don't talk about the electric cage match.
I'm not talking about that.
But anyway, I got my number one. Bryson stole one of mine, but
I had to.
I went the non-traditional route with my list. I got Motor City Machine Guns as my number one. Just based off of people forget about Motor City Machine Gun. I mean, we had a conversation and somebody brought up like, what about Motor City? I'm like, I forgot all about those guys.
It was actually me, you, and Drew. I remember that conversation. We were talking about some of the best tag teams, and I think Drew brought them up, and then me and you were both like, "Damn, he is kind of right. Motor City Machine Guns is a tag team we need to consider."
They were amazing and just sick. Then I put the Young Bucks as my number two. I put them there because I see where they came from. Young Bucks, I see where you came from. Y'all started as Generation Me. Now, but follow me now. Generation Me. It's like Generation Me, those loser dudes in high school, like freshman year.
What were their names? They were Jeremy and what else?
The fact that you remember those names is just crazy.
It was Jeremy.
Jeremy. I know Jeremy was Matt. I can't remember what Nick's name was.
I think it was Josh. Jeremy and Josh.
See, and I said, and they them losing like,
go ahead and give me service, right?
Senior year, they stepping out. Junior, oh snap! I see you. Then they link them with a cold squad. Oh, now y'all cool. I feel you. And I didn't put them there because the young, but they kill the indie. They like the indie guys. Like they like an indie guy tag team.
Max and Jeremy. It was Max and Jeremy.
That's like a Nickelodeon team.
Yes. That's why it was called Jeremy.
And his was funny. And to give you a little bit more lore on why they're called the Young Bucks, their last name were Max and Jeremy Buck. So that's where they got the name Young Bucks from.
Wow.
Did this man just change the outfit?
Yeah,
I just took my hoodie off, man.
Oh, but it's like he just had a whole
Yeah, I got
Nah,
That man
it's
said
hot,
that-
man.
That man said the product placement's done. I got my paycheck. I take the shit off.
See their product placement. No, but see, the reason I had to put the Young Bucks as my number 2 because it was too difficult to. It was gonna be a difficult pick with this one, cause I didn't want to put the cliche as my number 2, so I put them as number 2. My number 3 is the Usos. Only because I tell people the Usos are the WWE's answer for the Young Bucks. That I've been saying, like, yo, the Usos are the WWE's Young Bucks. They just way cooler. And they got their cousin with them, so.
That's a
Yeah,
good
We the ones.
What you say?
That's a
We the
respect.
ones.
That's
The
gimmick.
WWE Young Bucks. They are not the WWE Young Bucks. That's
Man,
he ain't disrespecting
They
like that.
super kick all the damn time. Who could
No,
super
they
kick?
don't.
Look at
Not
their
as,
dad.
not as much as the Young Bucks do, but we're not gonna talk about that now.
Talk about
Continue with
this.
your
I'm like, look at their family lineage. Every fucking Samoan super kicks except for The Rock.
Wait, when the Rock
That's
comes back
a-
to face Roman Reigns, he gonna super kick him. Why?
Roman Reigns on
I'm talking
super kick.
about
Roman Reigns doesn't super kick. He big boots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, everybody like Yokozuna,
Rikishi.
fucking Tamina, all the motherfuckers super kick.
Umaga. Umaga
Pete and
does
Rose,
super kick.
basically Pete and Rosie.
Yeah.
All them niggas super kick. They super kick. Let the
Didn't
Rock try
nobody
that
know
shit.
Roman Reigns and Rosie Jamal were brothers until like, oh man.
They side by side.
Then you
Like-
see him like, I see this family resemblance.
Like, God
Too
damn.
sharp. Too damn
They
sharp.
all look alike. They really do. Like
They say
everybody in
black,
that
they
family
say
look alike.
Asians looking like Osmo.
Hey. We ain't doing
We can't
that.
do that here.
Number four.
You tried it.
Four.
You tried it.
Number 4.
Tony caught it.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. I put the Usos distant cousins. G.O.D. I had to throw G.O.D. on the list.
Yeah, I put him on the list because of that mad shit that man Tom Tongue be talking every time somebody piss him off.
He just stay pissed. He wake up.
He said, who was number 4?
G.O.D.
G.O.D.
Okay.
Hey, you know what I want to see?
Who?
G.O.D. and the Briscoes in the promo battle. All the shit talking.
Oh no, you didn't see that?
Wait, that happened?
Oh my god.
Wait, that
remember,
happened?
Oh, he late.
remember? Oh, you didn't see.
Look
you
at
don't know.
Jeffrey
so
looking at you.
It was the final. It was final battle. I remember this shit because I was watching it live. It was final battle. It was God versus Villain Incorporated, which was at the time PCH and Brody King versus the Briscoes for the tag team championship belts. So the Briscoes ended up God ended up winning and ended up getting jumped by Enzo and Cass. This led to one of my motherfucking favorite promos. This man, Tama Tonga, walks to the back, takes the ring on the tile.
He throws it.
He said, "You see this piece of shit," and threw it to the wall. His brother walks in and said, "We busted our ass for some hooligans to come out and beat us, and we didn't get paid." So they start talking about how we didn't get paid. We all ain't shit. We're going to New Japan. Guys, see the titles no more. This and that, right? The next day, the Briscoes hop on the camera. They said, "Damn, y'all didn't get paid? That's crazy." Because our pockets were fat when we left. I was like, "Oh."
And my number 5 crying. And my number 5 was Briscoes. I had to play it. I didn't want to put it too high. Put Briscoes in the 5.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my number 5 is the Briscoes. Just because I don't want to be the clique. I know people don't know. Think I'm gonna put them high. So let me put them in the top. Let me get in that 5 spot.
That's fine. That's fine. Long as they're on the list.
Let me get what's your phone number? 2216. I'll meet you down there. All right. I'm gonna have to put pants and shit off. Okay. I got shorts on.
This nigga, that's too much information right there. We need to know that.
Nigga, I got shorts on. Fuck you. Shut up.
All right, Jeffrey, we know you're gonna stay WWE, so what your team's gonna be?
Hold on. Before we go to Jeff, somebody send me that fucking link for the damn thing, bro.
I got you, bro. I got you. Yo, I'm gonna see you the God one, and I'm gonna see you the Briscoe one.
Big bet.
Because at the end of the day, they were both pissed off at Enzo Cash for jumping them.
All right, go ahead, Big J.
All right. with I have to just make sure everybody's clear watching this podcast. I have the minimal out of the four of us, so please bear with me. All right, so we're looking at top 5 out of all the brands. There's so many good ones.
It's hard to put it together. Like when you sit back and really think about how much heat.
That's like 21 years of work over multiple brands. That's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So number one for me, and like Tony said, I'm gonna do this slightly different. Okay. Because I'm also adding promo work too. Okay. It's not, for me, it's not just about how well you fly from ring to rope to rope, 20 feet to 20 feet. It's also about how you build up for what you're about to do, right? How you talk that talk. So my number one, I have the Good Brothers. Okay. I have the Good Brothers because in every single brand that they worked in, they talked that talk. And they backed it up. In New Japan, they were what? 4, 5, 6-time champs, Impact champs, WWE champs, AEW not champs yet, I don't think, but you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
These guys have done the work, and they obviously they club straight from the gut. So they've been on top. So I put them at number one.
Okay.
I put New Day at number 2 because they have great mic work, but also because they have hold on.
Charisma?
No, I'm thinking about championship belts. Hold on.
You have to remember they were the longest reign. They broke the record of Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Right. I was trying to remember if it was New Day or Usos that had 12 belts. I think it was New Day.
It'd be New Day. It's New Day.
I think it's New Day. So with the mic work plus the amount of belts that they've had and the longest reigning at a time, New Day's number 2. Okay. Because New Day's only really done it in one brand. You feel me?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have them at number 2. All right. Number 3, I'm going Briscoes.
Okay.
Because they grimy, they gritty, they talk that talk, and they go from brand to brand. They talk their trash, then they come to your backyard, smack you around, take your championships, and dip out. Go back to the chicken farm and say, I got your championship, sucker. Like, these dudes is about that life.
Right.
And all the way to about that life. In New Japan, they were about that life. And in New Japan, they were 2-time champs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see him on AEW go against F.T.R. I think that's a moneymaker, without question. And I think that honestly, that could potentially be a main event. So I go Briscoes at number 3.
It's funny because that would be the first, if they did it that way on the pay-per-view, that'd be the first tag team pay-per-view match that would be be the final match to go on. If they were to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And see, I'm looking at my list because like we're looking at true tag teams, not just Cena and Batista get a championship together just because they're two big dummies that just happen to get together.
And we
Or like-
and our underboss had to step out, y'all. So he did his time on him.
Yeah, he did.
So what, I'm at 3, I'm at 4. All right, so number 4, I like this. Now this is where I started having a time frame issue, because if you're going back all the way back to 2000, you're bringing in Dudleys, you're bringing in Edge and Christian, you're bringing in a lot of people that didn't have to be named right now. So I kind of got mixed up, or not mixed up, but just trying to figure stuff out. But I went ahead and went with the Dudleys. Okay. I went with the Dudleys because they put in the work in multiple brands. They got tag champs in multiple brands. And I forget which record they hold in WWE or held. But I think they had 8 championship runs or something like that in WWE. They held it.
They brought it back, and I think they mentioned that in their time in Impact when they were feuding against LAX, that I think they were at 7 different company titles, and they needed an Impact to make 8.
See, here's the thing about that. They had the WCW tag titles, but they never won those. I don't remember them winning those. They won those. I don't count that win as a.
But they were ECW tag though, right?
Yeah, yes. Multiple times. Then it was WWE. Then they New Japan. I think they went to New Japan with it. But
they were
WCW,
right.
I don't count that one.
Right, but WCW is hard to count anyway because WCW is now WWE. In a sense, I know you want to hold on, you want to count that, but when I hear at this point, when I hear Booker T say 5 times, that's WWE. You feel what I'm saying?
That's WCW. For me, it's WWE.
Yeah, but it's WWE. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
The thing. So I put Dudley's at number 4.
Also, off topic, ain't he 6 times because he won it in WWE when he was heavyweight champion?
He won 6 times. I think he was 6 times.
Yeah, but I just think the 5-time thing just stuck.
But the
it's on WCW.
Yeah, 5. I think that was the main thing. All right, so and then number 5. Number 5.
Look at him.
Hey, all I know is the people on the page, they'll give us a lot of shit for our list.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
They don't give
Of course, but it's my list. I don't care.
Exactly.
So
good, because I don't care.
But like I said, this is this platform of sport. They can come and play their case. They can come in and play their case.
It's okay to plead the case. So this is where I was looking at stuff, and I was like, because I was looking at all the brands that I was had a chance to do the research with and look some stuff up, and I came out with Tenkazi from New Japan.
Okay.
6-time champions. I came off with the Lucha Bros.
Okay.
Speed and precision. These guys are crazy. And I'm only talking about Impact. These
I just want to let you know,
crazy.
This man, Ray's Phoenix body defies gravity. Like, I've seen him do flips, but I've never seen the human body flip like that.
No,
bro. This man's flying out of the ring, bro. What are you doing?
There's a
like, no, Jeffrey, but you forgot my favorite spot when he runs on the ropes and he kicks you and keeps running.
No, mine is it was him versus Penta. He got him on his shoulders. He was standing on his shoulder like some circus old lace stuff, and he flipped off of Pentagon's shoulders. He was just holding him up like this, and he flipped off. I'm like, this man.
I've only seen that one time in WWE.
Was that in PWG? Because I remember that match.
That probably was PWG. Yeah. You know all the crazy stuff goes down to PWG.
It was PWG because he bounced off the ropes, came back, he jumped on his shoulders, Penta turned, and he launched him and he flipped. That was a triple threat match. I remember that.
I ain't never seen nothing like it. I've never seen anything like this.
All right. Sami Zayn's retarded. All right, so number five. Okay, so my this is where I was between Kenkazi. I was looking at the Lucha Bros. I was looking at F.T.R.
Okay.
And I was looking at G.O.D. Now G.O.D. has a special place in my heart. Okay.
I know they do. We all know they do.
They have a special place in my heart. And 6-time champs, they are the mouth of the East. I call it the East because, you know, but they about their life, and they are like the top-notch guys. No matter how many times they lose, they still the top guys, you know. And F.T.R., like you made a very clear point, Bryson, that F.T.R. really brought back old school wrestling, and they're good at it. They talk, they smack. They are technicians in the ring.
And can I also say, with them having Tully in the corner, just makes it even better.
Having what?
You know Tully, one of the Four Horsemen?
Yeah.
He's in the corner. He's their coach.
Right. So, I mean, that's gold. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but between those and just going off of what I like to see, I'm going to go with the with God at number 5.
Okay.
Honorable mention FTR. I really enjoy watching Fish and Riley. I like Fish and Riley.
Oh, Red Dragon.
They are nice. I did definitely enjoy what I was.
About them, see?
Yeah.
That's why. That's another team that's very. They are a very mixed style of technical wrestling, MMA wrestling, and just straight. I'm just gonna beat the fuck out you. Because if you see
they never did the same thing twice. I'm like, what am I watching? It was amazing, and it was fluid. Like everything was like. Well, I saw Colorado did something. He had I forget who they were going against. They were going against the Young Bucks, ROH. So he had him in a move, and then he got I forget which buck he was, but he got out of it. But he rolled back and grabbed his nose and was still in a submission. He rolled out of a submission into another submission. Like that's why I like Kyle O'Reilly, is because of his chain wrestling. His chain wrestling is on a different level because he'll have you in a hold and he makes you think that, okay, I know how to reverse this hold, but he has a hold ready for when you get out of that hold. He wears down the body. He wears you down. Then you got a person like Fish who goes in with the kicks, hits you in those areas that you're weak in, try to chop you down, then tag back Riley put you in a submission, lock you in. It's beautiful.
Yep. Man, see, oh, there's a whole nother episode. We gotta pick this mug up next week. We gotta
listen. It's like
listen. But do you really want to go ahead and try to make like a combine our list and try to like compromise with a top 5?
We can do that next week. I want to get into this next topic. I gotta.
Okay. So real quick, I just want to make sure I line it up correctly. So for my list. So number 1, I got I got Good Brothers
5.
I got Good Brothers. I got Good Brothers, New Japan Good Brothers.
There you go.
I have and that's at number 1. Number 2, I have New Day WWE. Mm-hmm. And number 3, I have Dudley's WWE. Mm-hmm. Even though I liked them in Impact, I like them in New Japan. WWE is the original, like for me, in my mind, the original, and they were there with those guys.
Yeah,
okay.
Understand.
Number 4, I got the Briscoes. Everyone. I got the Briscoes in every brand because they
you just say Briscoes. Yes.
You say yes. Because they were the same. They were the same. They just went on a tear and just terrorized everybody in every brand. Period. By still being the same people. Okay. Yes. And then what did I say? I said God New Japan with I want to say Red Dragon as honorable mention.
Yes. All right. I thought Red Dragon in my honorable mentions too. So moving forward, before we close out, what do you think the problem is with wrestling right now? Because they're saying that Vince McMahon isn't too happy with with the ratings and everything with NXT 2.0. And I was talking to Drew today. We were talking about, he was like, your NXT wasn't bad in the beginning. I'm like, I just feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And with this is just WWE. I just feel like they are scared to take risks because you look at your attendance, you look at what's going on, you're like, yo, this wasn't that bad back 10 years ago. It wasn't that bad. It's like WWE was tolerable, but now it's like you look at it like, what's going on? Like you can't be that
it
bad.
boils down to my opinion of WWE is no longer the place to be. Nobody wants to, I want to say nobody
Hold on,
wants
before you
to
do
be
that,
in
before you do
WWE.
that, before you do that, they released so many people. Like
But
Jeffrey
that's the
said,
thing too, Tony. You don't have, if NXT 2.0 is meant to build your new talent for your WrestleManias and stuff like that, why are you letting people go that's already on your main roster? Because now you have a gap, you have a void that you are hoping that these newer guys on this program could fill, but you're steady and letting people go. And then eventually those people on that NXT 2.0 are going to be put in a position where they're almost set to fail because they're eventually going to have to get ready for that spotlight.
and I think a lot of people get caught up or scared, like, yo, like they said, everybody like, yo, once Bray got hit, like, yo, ain't nobody safe. Like, we ain't, if you let that go, what about us? And they let go of half the 70, 80 some people. Like Jeffrey
At this
said,
point, it's 80 something people. Yeah.
and like when you said like KO, Big E is on Raw, everybody and then they use, oh, it's Royal Rumble season, so anybody can go where they want to go. Like, dude, you ain't got no damn body really. You don't have a tag team division. You don't have a women's tag team division. You don't have a cruiserweight division. Like, I'm like, Vince, what are you doing? And like WWE, there's other options. You can go to MLW. You can go to you can go to MLW. You can go to, there's other places to thrive. It ain't WWE is not, this ain't 2003 where there was nothing there. But WWE, like, you gotta go there. But now WWE is just like, yo, I gotta go here because I've been everywhere else. I just gotta get one solid run here to knock off my bucket list to say I did it. Give me a year contract. I just gotta go here once to say I did it. And that's what WWE's become. Like, everybody, you go to WWE, you be there for a year and you get 2 years to get released. Nobody want to do that. I wouldn't. So
multi-million dollar contracts going down the drain because you're afraid of people going somewhere else. You're afraid of other companies taking your talents and becoming the place to be. And you want to sign these people, you want to hold them there, you want to jail them there. And when they get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna use Ricochet as an example. Ricochet, when he was New Japan Ricochet, and everybody give him shit for the fucking stunt. I don't give a shit. Outside that fucking stunt in New Japan with him and Will Ospreay, I've lost my motherfucking mind. I said, God damn, there's people like this out here outside of WWE. And it's just crazy that WWE Triple H looks at this. I'm not gonna say WWE because Triple H and WWE are two different things, but Triple H saw this and said, this kid got talent. I'm just gonna let him go out there and be himself. I'm gonna let him do his high spots. I'm gonna let him do his flips. I'm gonna do his tricks and all the other stuff. But when he goes to the main roster, he's watered down. He's getting squashed. He's not getting booked. He's back there in catering. He's watching people do the thing that he wants to do, and he's getting paid for it. Yeah, he's getting paid for it. That's cool. But at the same time, it's like, I want to get paid to do the thing that I love.
Facts. And I think a lot of people get that, I'm a part of the team. I'm here. But it's like saying, it's kind of like we all like college football. Like, yo, we all 5-star recruits, but we're a third string. We ain't never getting no playing time because the person ahead of us is the star. Like, I want to play. I don't want to just sit on this bench and wait till the score is 53-0 in the first half. Now I get to go in. I want to get my stats too. And I don't think it's fair for somebody like Ricochet, who's actually good, to go out there and just, take some bumps, go out there, get the paycheck. That gets old. to be that. I'm just a team player. You want to work. You want to. I mean, you want to do stuff, but WWE, they like to keep you. They promise you these big time contracts. Oh, we're gonna push you, but then they push you that first year. Then the next 4 years, you
you get a pay-per-view. That's it. To be honest with you.
Yep.
Look at a person like look at Samoa Joe. That man is one of the most creative, beautiful masterminds on the mic. And I swear some of the stuff he be doing is improv, but he has beautiful mic skills. And you mean to tell me y'all couldn't make money off of that?
There's a lot of things that Joe did. I think we had put a video up in a page not too long ago where cats would try to jump off the turnbuckle, where most people would just get hit by it. He just walk away from it. Like,
oh yeah,
watch you. That's so believable. He makes it so real. Even the stuff he says on the mic. When he was talking trash to AJ, oh my gosh, bro.
That.
Bro, can I just say my favorite thing about him and AJ?
Top notch.
Him and AJ with the night AJ with the book, the storytime book. Oh my fucking god!
It was gold. And see, a talent like Samoa Joe, who was gold in other brands, and then comes to WWE and literally is not being used for what he's worth. What are we doing, Vince? What are we doing? This man should have a championship belt on him. Like he should be where. Roman is now,
I'll do you a favor.
Where Roman is now,
Jeffrey, he should have won at Great Balls of Fire.
I do you one better.
He should have won at Great Balls of Fire. Side note,
we were just talking about how Ricochet wasn't wrestling. He's in the ring right now.
And he's gonna get squashed.
He's going against Sheamus and Sheamus' new guy, his new friend. With
Madcap. He is squashed.
Not Madcap. Yeah, so Ricochet is definitely about to get washed right now. It's two dudes like 300 pounds apiece. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Moving on.
So yeah, for Samoa Joe to have done all that work in Impact, always wherever, and then come to WWE, which is supposed to be the pinnacle of financial stardom,
but
just to get nowhere.
But see, here's the thing. I'll tell you this. For this is my opinion. And people watching on YouTube and people in the group can chime in. I'm like this. WWE, we have these visions of like, yo, once this person leaves ROH and go to, they're gonna thrive. But if you don't appeal to Vince McMahon, you're not going anywhere. It's like, it don't make sense. It's kind of like Drew sent me something about the Briscoes. Like, yo, they may be going to like the Briscoes never said they was going. They said, yo, we would thrive if we give an opportunity. But I don't even think they could make it.
Hey, was he saying the same thing about Jay White? I'm like, bro, Jay White should never go. Cause the thing is like, oh, he got the tools, he got the mind, he got the look, he got this. Tony, how many people have we seen that mental qualifications?
Dude, hold on. I'm gonna cut you off. You know why WWE don't need Jay White?
Because they got Seth Rollins.
Jay White don't need WWE.
Right. We got Seth Rollins.
They got Seth Rollins.
We don't need Jay White.
See, I think that ex-Bullet Club members, I think WWE needs to stop right where they are and don't bring nobody else in there. Because you get only thing you get from being in WWE is being on television on mainstream. That's it. There's no money involved. Like you said, you have to be an AJ Styles or Seth Rollins or a Finn Balor who doesn't really get his due like he should.
Because he's too small. He's not big enough. He's not jacked. But I say this, I feel like this is Vince McMahon.
And that mentality's got to die because...
I tell Drew that all the time.
But see, it's never going to die because that's how Vince came up with
but
big boys.
He's a big boy himself. Look at Jonathan Gresham. Jonathan Gresham is what? He got shit talked on Twitter about fucking what's his name, Anthony Ogogo, talking about, oh, why is y'all champion this small? They don't give a fuck about how small he is. Homie is one of the most talented technical wrestlers out there. And he's busting his ass. What the fuck does height have to do with anything?
Because
look,
Go ahead.
Sorry, 205 was for the small guy. NXT was for the mid-sized guy, and the main roster is for the heavyweights. That's just how it is. Look at how it goes. NXT has like 90% mid, like 200 pounders with 8 abs.
Yep.
Main roster has guys that are all 6'5" and up, 265 pounds.
But that goes back to
all chest.
That's Vince's playground. That's Vince's.
That's because that's what Vince looks like.
But Vince that's a bad mentality. That's a bad mentality.
Here's the thing,
but it's been doing that since they've been wrestling like that since how long?
The 80s, early 80s.
Why? Before he was even an announcer, big boys running around in draws. That's always been what it was.
But see, here's my thing with Vince.
The only difference was that cats had different colors. Ric Flair was wearing red. Hogan was wearing yellow. Like that's all it was. But everybody still had boots on in little draws.
But see,
that was the only difference.
He's stuck in the mindset of like, I see Vince like this, and it goes back to NXT, and it goes back to what we talked about last 2 weeks ago. Vince McMahon, if he didn't create it, he tried to destroy it. Look at NXT, nothing was wrong with it. But you know what? Triple H is gone. I gotta fix it. It's not broken. Sting comes into WWE. I gotta end the last little bit of WCW. He's the last WCW guy. I gotta stick it to him, and he did it. And it's like he
definitely did it.
It's like
that was.
Hold on, Bray.
Then
Undertaker tells Bray Wyatt, "Don't let them F your game. Don't let them do this. Keep honor to that Fiend character." Bray did it. Vince didn't like it. You gotta go. He let him go because Vince couldn't come up with the Fiend if this was he couldn't come up with the Fiend if this was 1999 and he was in the sober mind. He couldn't come up with this. It blew his mind.
He wanted him to go down that Sister Abigail gimmick. I ain't forgot about that shit. I ain't gonna forget about that shit.
And he doesn't, if he didn't create it, he doesn't want no parts of it. Why you think he didn't you really think he's gonna let the Bullet Club take over? He would have destroyed that. It wouldn't have been no Bullet Club.
But that's just it. Why try to destroy something that's making you money?
Because he didn't create it.
But he didn't. That's what I'm saying. He didn't.
I understand, but it's mentally stupid. Jerry Jones didn't make any of Zeke Elliott or Dak Prescott, but they make him money. He didn't make Michael Irvin. He didn't make Deion Sanders. But they're making me billions. Like, come on.
But the thing about it is, it's one of the things like, I know it makes money, but it wasn't my idea. That's not my idea, so I don't like it.
It's his ego. It's his ego.
Isn't that narcissistic?
Yes.
Yes.
And so, if we were, as fans, if we were to boycott WWE today, I'm not about to say that we finna do that on live television, but if that were to happen, then what happens? What's Vince going to do?
I'm gonna give it to you like this. Hold on.
Go ahead.
JR, you're married, you have a wife and kids. So if you set a rule in your house for your kids, like they can't do this they can't be on their phones through the week. But your wife oversteps that boundary. Like, no, they can do it. No, I said this is what's going on. Don't go over what I said. And that's what Vince does. This is my idea. This isn't my idea. So I want to do it another way. Like, no, I said this, or vice versa. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix what I put in this house, these rules. And Vince, like, you not bringing this Bullet Club in my house. I didn't create it. I didn't bring this Fiend in this house. I didn't create it. So I'm going to do everything I can to make it less worthy of what, because it showed at WrestleMania. I told you, like, but watch Vince McMahon do something stupid, and what the Fiend loses? Man, he ain't gonna lose. I know Fiend gonna win, but what if he loses? He wouldn't put it past, and he lost, and he was off TV for 6 months.
Yep.
So I'm like,
Randy, put him on fire.
And it's like, I'm just like, why do you have to, if it's working, why do you have to like, it's kind of like Aleister Black. He used to come in with the little creaky thing. Vince took that out. He just started I don't like that. That's not going to work. That's not.
Mind you, right now, Alistair, aka Malachi Black, is fucking
thriving
in AEW. He finally got his tag team. He got his tag team partner in AEW, and they are killing it right now. But you know why? Because it's his gimmick. It's his idea. He has control of what he wants to do.
And he's pretty much used that gimmick everywhere he's gone. No matter what, he's black.
Dude.
Yep.
Bro, in the eye thing.
The eye thing. He kept that from WWE and took it with him.
Dude, the eye is like, yo, he could have easily like, yo, I'm not doing that no more. But he's keeping it going.
Listen.
Creative.
He is a good example of what it looks like to have your own brand. Okay,
yeah,
and you can take it where you. He's a good example of what it looks like to have your own brand. Like it's like literally watching both ROH, WWE, AEW with the same brand all the way through. The tatted man with the kick. You know what I'm saying? And he's not doing a super kick style. You feel what I'm saying? He's doing a roundhouse black mass. Like it's different. And he uses it when it needs to be used. Like that's not his only arsenal. He can actually wrestle.
He has submission moves. But again, Vince never let him be who he was.
Right. And see, and that's a problem for me when it comes to Vince. I used to be a true red-blooded, whatever you want to call it, fan of WWE until Vince started tripping. And Vince started tripping. In my eyes, is when I started tripping about WWE, is when they let Charlotte and Sasha go back and forth.
I remember that.
Back and forth.
I remember that.
And so you're gonna be like Charlotte's 13-time champ, like she's all this and third. She did 7 times in 1 year with Sasha Banks.
They did it.
I don't claim none of that.
And one of those matches was that shitty Hell in a Cell match.
No,
I don't claim none of that, bro. You are not a 13-time champion to me.
But see, that summer, that fall, whatever, they did that in a month. They went back and forth for a month.
I don't respect any of that. I don't respect none of that. I really don't. I respect Alexa Bliss's runs way more than I respect Charlotte Flair's runs.
Yeah.
And Alexa Bliss had an actual run. She actually earned her run. She wasn't a botch machine trying to get her run. You know what I'm saying?
What's funny is I started watching Charlotte when she was NXT champion, and she lost it to Sasha. Because I remember that triple threat when it was Sasha had to team up with Becky to get that title off of her, and so they can send her ass to the main roster.
But see, here's my thing about Vince McMahon, and it's not, and I know people gonna watch this, but it ain't. It's just like you can't be blind to this stuff. It's right in your face. It's like you see what Vince McMahon is doing. You see by the attendance. You see what's going on.
And dude, people don't believe, and bro, that picture that was on the page, people don't still believe that shit. People don't believe that.
Yeah. It's not like back in the day where you could take the camera and pan it all over the joint back in Ruthless Aggression Attitude Era days.
Dude, talk to him.
Nowadays, that backside where the camera is, there's nobody back there. There's nobody back there. Nobody.
And it's like
what was it? That was what, Missouri or something like that. That picture we saw.
And they didn't have dark matches.
And
they didn't have a dark match. No one was there.
And people want to bring up AEW. Yes, AEW, they had their moments, but it's WWE. The thing about
Tony, say it one more time, Tony. There are 2 different companies with 2 different problems. Stop fucking trying to say, but AEW, No,
see,
we're talking
here's
about
my thing with
WWE.
AEW. It ain't about people giving them a pass. WWE is superior. You walk around like your shit don't stink. You're superior. Every arena should be packed. I know it's the whole C19, can't say the word on YouTube, but
that don't even matter in this situation because that was happening before that even started.
Exactly, but it ain't been that bad. There's no you could do a whole pan around a whole. They remember back when Raw used to come on back in 98, 99. They used to be like they used to do the whole camera shaking and show the whole arena. Do it now. I bet they won't do it.
Cats are getting more and more fed up with WWE, with Vince and how he's doing stuff there. And then you're now. I'm not going to go against you firing your writers and stuff. Some of your writers stink, but you are doing a lot back
Jeffrey,
there that you shouldn't be doing.
The city was Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's what that show was in.
And Oklahoma, they get fans. So if Oklahoma ain't showing up, you really should be paying attention to what you're doing. Like, it's not working out.
You would think in wrestling cities they would thrive. Like Texas, I would think Texas is I would consider Texas a wrestling city.
I would say anything in the South.
I mean, but mainly Texas, because mainly Texas in the South, like
Florida.
Memphis.
Texas gets fans. Memphis gets fans.
But you would think like places like Chicago, Brooklyn, Philadelphia is freaking ruthless. You would think they would show up, but they don't even show up no more.
No,
Brooklyn don't show up.
Because
showing up.
And I'm gonna tell you, and this is my opinion. You've got your main roster heavy hitters that have fans. Of course, we're fans of them. We're fans of the Seth Rollins and the Kevin Owens, stuff like that. But we're always looking at the underdog that we want to see upcoming next. They all got fired. All of them got fired. And it's like, what are you doing?
Hold on. Either they got fired or they saw, or you be like Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. Y'all see where this is going? Y'all hop off the fucking ship.
Dude,
gotta go.
Dude, hit roll. How you?
We didn't even get a chance to see them go.
Dude, hit dog.
Can I just say that there were people on the page that were hyping that group up, and in the back of my head, said they're gonna fuck it up.
Dude, once B-Fab left, it was over. Once they say, yo, we're going to push Top Dollar, put Adonis and Swerve as tag team, which is cool. I'm like, they let B-Fab. If you was going to do that, you could have kept it in NXT. You could have made him a trio.
Tony, what you say? Vince to the fist. What's the B-Fab? We don't need this.
Hold on. I'm going to get to that. Then you let go Swerve and Adonis. Then Top Dollar. Now, from what I heard, Top Dollar, like he went to the back and said, "Yo, that ain't right." And I don't know what Top Dollar did in the back. I don't. It ain't my business. I don't know.
He spoke up. He spoke up and said, "Yo, none of this cool." Team. You're supposed to, yeah.
So if he got fired for that, that's a suck. That's a clown stuff. Then, like I said, when you see stuff like that, like and then they set up Karrion Kross for failure. You let him debut.
That was a major mistake.
But hey, look,
was a major mistake.
That was Vince giving Triple H and every single person in NXT the middle finger.
Dude, how do you let Karrion Kross come out? Then Jeff Hardy said a year ago, I don't want to use no more words unless there's a crowd. There was a crowd. When that music hit Karrion Kross, he tried to hold it in. You saw him smile. Everybody saw him smile like he tried to keep together, but he couldn't. And he lost. You can't let Jeff Hardy lose when he just came out to no more words.
I know. And see the crazy part about that is it's unbelievable. It's completely non-believable for a 20-something vet, a 200-pound Jeff Hardy beating a giant man like Karrion Kross, who had a whole following in NXT with his chick, and then you have him come in as a whole other human being.
What pisses me off about that whole situation is y'all did all that work to build them up to that whole NXT takeover on SmackDown when everybody got stuck in fucking Saudi Arabia, because that ordeal was another can of fucking worms. But you had them go in, you had them show up. You had Adam Cole beat Bryan Danielson on SmackDown. Y'all built them up. Y'all gave them the spotlight. You let them win Survivor Series, and then you do this shit. That's what pisses me the fuck off, because you put all that fucking time and effort to show that they are here, they're your talent, they're your next generation, and you flush them down the fucking drain.
UE should have been killing cats on the main roster. Period.
But here's the thing, they
didn't even have a chance.
Cole saw where it was going.
And
he said, I'm gonna do my extended days, and I'm gone. Bobby Fish was injured. Hey, Bobby Fish was injury prone. He had to go. Kyle O'Reilly did his thing. He did the best that he could with his gimmick. He saw where things were going. He gone. Now you got Roger Strong open up his own fucking pro wrestling tees because eventually he gonna be at the fucking door next.
I gotta say, it's like.
Honestly, if you really think about it, our man Antonio was saying, the gold brand, once they gone, that's it. It's over.
No, and another thing is too, here's what you fuck. Speaking of people that fucked up with the mic skills, you fucked up fucking Keith Lee. I ain't never gonna forget that. I was gonna get to that next, but I was gonna hold it. Go ahead. We're gonna talk about it now. I'm never gonna forget that shit.
Because we really have to get back to that ROH first battle. I don't know why we still ain't talking about it yet. But we got.
We did. We got time.
Where was I?
Not paying attention.
Hey man, I got kids, bro. I got kids.
I know you do.
Man,
I know you do.
No, okay. So no, even with the whole situation with Keith Lee, there were certain things that they did not allow him to come up to the main roster with, the Baskin of Glory gimmick, the song, all that. Remember when he would run from turnbuckle to turnbuckle and he hit the hand slap? Dude, that was gold. When he used to run off, he was like, hey, yo, why would you let him do that?
Nah, Jeff, my favorite thing is the camera be zoomed in on him and then he just pop up out of nowhere.
Bro, his confidence on NXT did not translate to the main roster.
Dude, I knew Keith Lee was a monster when they came to NXT, came up to the Survivor Series, and he hit that classic. When everybody was outside the ring, he looked to the right, looked to the left, ran and flipped over the top. Keith Lee's every bit of 6 something. 200 something.
He's 6'3", 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", about 300 and something pounds.
Dude,
and he do
no
backflips,
man
he also
should
do,
be doing that.
And he do backflips off the top rope too.
Dude, I mean, Undertaker was tall, but he wasn't no Keith Lee big.
So I'm watching this match, right? And I guess he doesn't want too many people with bad body frames on the show, because Kevin Owens is freaking amazing right now. He is going ham on this show.
But see, Kevin Owens ain't Keith Lee big. Kevin Owens.
I know, but I'm saying, okay, all right. So here's the funny thing. Back in the day, no one had a good body.
No, hell no. Fuck, who you talking about?
No one had a good body, especially in
everybody looked like somebody.
Everybody was terrible. Everybody was built like me with little drawers on. I don't like that look. I don't like that look. I'm strong and I got muscle, but the gut is real, bro. And I ain't running around here with no little tighty whities on. So how is it that you don't like, you want big guys, but you don't want super heavyweights? Now,
I'm gonna put it in terms that Antonio put it in. And I agree with him. I hate to say this, but I agree with him. Vince don't want, I forget how he said. He said he doesn't want, I think he said, well, he don't want cows, he wants bulls.
Okay, now with that being said, there was never a point in time where Keith Lee moved like a cow. He always moved like a bull.
Did you see what he did to Adam Cole that one time?
He didn't look like a bull. That's the problem.
Aaron Donald, that man across that damn
yes, over the security wall.
Yeah, like I don't even know where the dude came from. Adam Cole,
he came for the cut. And Cole
now listen, you got Brock Lesnar, Keith Lee, Braun Strowman. You had, and these are all in on the show almost at one time. I think, was Aaron Rowan still there? I think Eric Rowan was still there at the time.
No,
maybe not.
He was on.
Nah, when Keith Lee came in, Eric Rowan was gone. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, Eric Rowan was gone.
So you got these 3 guys, right? They can compete with the heavyweights like Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, Big E. They can compete together. They can lift each other up. They can do all the splashes and all that stuff. All that can still be done. And those can be solid matches. And then you can have people like Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, who are the underdogs size-wise, but they're so fast and so hard-hitting that they can take these guys out. That's why Steph was able to take out Brock. That's why Steph was constantly able to take out Roman.
But see,
the same thing for Finn.
Brock, he gave Keith Lee. I would say he gave him the rub that wrestle, maybe that Royal Rumble where Keith Lee came out. And he like, damn, that boy big. He was like, okay. He gave him the
he showed him love. And see, I used to hate Brock, but I'm starting to respect him more than I'm saying. I'm paying more attention. Brock be trying to show love.
You're starting to see what Randy was talking about.
Brock be trying to show love. Like right now, he's showing mad love. He's showing mad love to these guys, bro. Like letting people actually take him out. It's mad love.
And that's one of the things that I've been preaching, that I've been trying to tell people.
I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre, another heavyweight that I forgot to mention, but he's been kind of in and out.
That's what I've been trying to preach to the people on the page, is that you're not going to have Randy Orton for many years. You're not going to have Jeff Hardy, or Jeff is gone, but you're not going to have these guys over the age of 40 in your company forever. Start building your newer talent so that these guys can start making their way out the ring.
But
back in the day, 40 was the new 20.
Yeah.
When Triple H was in their mid to late 40s.
But Matt Riddle, ain't he like in his mid 30s or late 30s?
AJ Styles is like 45.
Yep. But see, here's the thing,
R-Truth is pushing 50. R-Truth is pushing 50, dog.
No, he is 50. He just had a birthday. But see, back then, Vince McMahon still is in that mentality like, yo, he's still in the attitude era mentality. He's in that mentality like, yo, I don't think that's gonna work. Like, he don't want to chance it. So he'll talk about what they do over in AEW. Oh, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. But then you struggling over here, but now you're like, yeah, I think we may have to do some crazy stuff. But WWE got sponsors. People forget WWE can't get to it. They got all this stuff they can't afford to lose. AEW like, man, we ain't got shit to lose. We can do whatever we want. We can do it.
Did y'all see what they did with that women's tag team match?
Yeah, and I feel like
we ain't got to the women yet. We ain't even got to the women yet. Boy, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
No, I'm just talking about. It was a mixed tag. It was a tag team match between Anna Jay, Ty Conti, Anna Jay versus Bunny and Penelope Ford. And man,
you talking about the bloody match, the bloody street match?
Yeah, I don't want to say that I don't want to hear no. Even though AEW don't push their women, I don't want to hear no shit talking about their women, because them.
I will not talk trash about them. Those, first of all.
No,
Anna Jay and Tay Conti.
You gotta put. But y'all also put Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker in that conversation too.
I hear you. I just like Anna Jay and Take. Anyway, moving on. So,
I know why you do. I know why you do. Don't. We'll talk about
it. All right. Relax.
We ain't gonna do it.
Relax.
So here's my thing.
Nah. Seriously though. No, they really put on a good show. You know what I'm saying? And so when you look at the women's, first of all, the women's tag team division in WWE is darn near non-existent. Like they got somebody's a champion. I just don't remember who.
Wrestling is gonna be another topic.
I don't remember who the champion is right now.
It's supposed to be
it's Zelina Vega and Carmella. Why?
Carmella got COVID, so Zelina Vega is kind of the
so now she's floating around somewhere in catering, waiting for a match. They're probably going to have her do.
And Tony, what we say about Zelina Vega, man? If she get let go, we don't want to hear shit from her.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear nothing from her. I like her, but I don't want to hear nothing.
How you gonna? So Jeff, my thing about it, and me and Tony talked about this, like we respected her for leaving because she wanted equal rights and all that stuff.
Yeah, that whole situation is funky though.
But you go back. It's like going back to an abusive relationship. Like, why would you go back after saying all these bad things?
And then when you go back, your husband gets fired.
He's in another company and he's doing better. But me and Tony also talked about that, like, could a Zelina Vega thrive in an indie situation or in an AEW?
I honestly, because Zelina Vega is actually a pretty solid wrestler. She's a very solid wrestler. I give her credit for that. She talked trash, but she's pretty solid especially for her size. Like, her and Alexa about like what 5'1", maybe less.
Right.
She's a solid wrestler. I don't like her as a character, period, but she's a solid wrestler. She's a solid character. Her coming back, I'm sure. First of all, I don't know how she managed to come back. Because she wants that likable in the first place. That's in my opinion. Then I guess her clause was, okay, we're gonna make her the queen of the ring and we're gonna give her a championship belt, which is why she's tag team champion, in my opinion. Now I don't know how long a contract is, but I don't even want to hope it. But I feel like after this tag situation is over with, she's over with. Like there's no reason to put her on screen anymore because she's not. There's nothing about her that I want to see. There's nothing about this feud situation that she got going on is I don't want to see it.
She need to go back. She need to go with Andrade.
That's where her money was.
I feel
that's
like
where the money was.
It's just like now Andrade. We gonna talk about that. Like we gonna talk about we gonna talk about AEW.
That roster, we know the roster is too big and like they don't have enough time to do
now listen. If this contract ends and she goes to AEW, this could potentially be a situation. We ain't gonna sit and pretend like y'all didn't know each other. And the other show, knowing that you married to this other guy on the same show.
That whole thing is funny and like, what the fuck?
It's interesting. But the fact that these two guys have no reason to talk to each other on the show, but then there she goes. Don't act like you wasn't his manager on another show. I bet not see her come out in no golf gear. She better not come out in no golf gear. I swear to God, she do. I don't think she's going to do that. I just think that they're going to find a way to have her be in Malachi's life somehow. Because let's face it, everybody knows y'all together.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
They would have.
You can't go back running to Andrade, or you could go work with Andrade, but eventually they're going to try to put you in a Lashley Lana situation.
No.
Not listen. No, I know. But I'm not saying that situation. I'm just saying we got a problem here. You over here with him, but you should be over here with me type of situation. We've seen it. We've seen that 1,000 times in WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like we just watched Lita have sex with Edge on national television.
See,
there's so many things that's so wrong with that with seeing that. But
I was a kid when I saw that shit.
I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get ready to close out. If I want to see the Lena team with the House of Gold, be with the House of Black, but she gotta be in that little Empress thing with the crown and the whole thing. That she gotta like go all in, like it ain't.
Like I said, I can't see her in goth gear.
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to be in goth gear. She can wear black and silver and have a shine to it, and wear the robe, right? She can wear the robes and stuff. She don't have to be full goth and none like that. She can still be pretty as Zelina Vega, but she can't wear that. She can't wear that black and red striped hair she was doing before.
Go back to your black hair. Zelina Vega ain't got the face of a girl that would stab you. She looked like she
absolutely, but that's what I'm saying. Like she can do that and not be a goth. She can do that.
Zelina Vega's from Brooklyn. I think she's from Brooklyn.
Something like that.
She looked like she keep it on. So I'm not running up on Zelina Vega or Aleister Black.
Nah, you run up Aleister Black. He just going to curse on you.
I think there's one dude in our wrestling group that I think may run up on Aleister Black. I ain't gonna say who it is. It's this man's tag partner right here.
He'll do it. He'll definitely do it. He'll definitely do it.
You ain't got to pay him. He said, I just gonna do it for free.
He's like, I do it for the hood. But so how y'all want to close that, man? The bar about to close. What's y'all final arguments?
My whole thing is this, and like I said, people don't agree with what I say. I don't come out and say my opinion as much, but again, WWE is not the place to be. Vince, we're gonna talk about this next time because me and my mom had this conversation, but I think we're getting to that point where WWE is gonna be in the hands of somebody else.
I concur. It needs to be in the hands of somebody else.
It won't be in the hands of McMahon. It won't be in Triple H's hands. It's going to be in somebody else's hands, and that worries me to some degree
because that might be the end of WWE as you know it.
Yeah, because it won't be about the wrestling no more.
They'll be about television. That's why they're on Peacock now. That's why they're on Fox. They they're trying to get that money.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Without the last thing I'll say. Well, first things first. Man, I forgot his name already. I forgot their name. No. The ROH first battle.
Daniels, Christopher Daniels,
Brian Danielson,
Low Key,
and
Christopher Daniels.
Thank you, Christopher Daniels. That was probably one of the greatest matches I had ever seen from three technically sound wrestlers. That was amazing to watch. They didn't do this whole thing where I slap you, but I'm still standing here. Like everything flowed the right way. If it hurt, it actually looked like it hurt. It wasn't like I got punched in the face and then I'm still looking at you and I punched you in the face. Nah, I got hit. I came down. I got hit. The way they went between the three of each other was flawless from beginning to end. There was not one botch. There was not one misstep. Everything was A1. If you was in a submission,
because that was their first show.
Exactly. But let's be honest. First show jitters, things happen.
Yeah.
But when they were wrestling, if Danielson had him in a submission, if Danielson had Christian in a submission, Low Key would come out of nowhere, bah! Like it just kept boom, 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 boom. Like they didn't have a chance to really set in anything. Like everything, and it didn't do the same thing twice. Everything was fresh. And then by the time it was done, they pushed for the next match immediately. Mm-hmm. They shook each other hand like, yo, you did a good job, blah, blah, blah. But we let's say we do this again. And then what's his name? Chris. He said, hey, yo, F that. I was like, yo, like now we have a true heel. F both of y'all, and I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, here we go. Set it up nicely. And I was like, I can't believe it. The announcers, the commentators, they were also on point. That was an excellent show. 5-star, 4-star, however you want to call it. It was an excellent show. It was an excellent first show, and I truly enjoyed it. And especially for my first time watching it, I didn't even know they did that video existed. So that was the.
That was the one he didn't even like. I heard him like, yo, we're gonna be talking about this man. Like, yo, he didn't even know that man. Like, yeah. And the fact that Eddie Guerrero fought, he didn't know about this Eddie Guerrero CM Punk match, Bryce.
Oh God, how did you know?
Yeah,
why do you think CM Punk when he was in El Paso said that speech about Eddie?
Yeah, but I'm saying what I'm saying is I didn't know that during that time, because they were speaking about Eddie Guerrero. I'm like, Eddie Guerrero. I'm trying to think about when he passed away. I'm like, what is it? And then and at the time, like once again, I grew up as a WWE fan. So I didn't know that there were other brands. I didn't know he left to go do something else somewhere else.
Me neither.
Yeah, because remember he had the whole drug issue, so he had to go find some work somewhere else.
And
I didn't know. I didn't know about that stuff because when I started watching WWE, I was a kid, so I didn't know about nobody having any issues outside of that ring on my television screen.
Because the internet didn't exist. The internet
on TNN. Exist. If you wasn't on TNN, I didn't know nothing about you.
Because I remember, then we're gonna get about it. CM Punk, like, yeah, I fought Eddie Guerrero the first night. He put me over there. Yo, I'm going back to WWE. I'm not losing this match tonight. I'm winning this. You're not getting this title. I'm winning, and I got to go back. And CM Punk, like, all right, cool. I gotta find an interview, but CM Punk talking like, yeah, I fought Eddie, and there was a match between him, Eddie, and Rey Mysterio, like no mask Ray, like.
Oh yeah,
pretty boy Ray.
It was like,
also,
yo.
I want to leave it. I want to say one more thing too. Tag team wrestling is not dead. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
No, it's not.
Tag team wrestling is alive. It is in the good hands. It is going in the right fucking direction. I'm sick of. I don't know who started it, but tag team wrestling is not dead.
The only place that is dying is WWE.
That's it. Because Vince don't believe in it. Vince said
So why did he have it then? Why did he have tag titles?
Because if he doesn't have the tag titles, it wouldn't be a complete WWE. It's dying. The women's tag team division only
man, you
started.
ain't gotta say that. No.
Listen, no. Well, I'm giving you a point because remember,
I know what you're gonna say.
No, hear me
I
out.
agree with
Because they have recycled and they have switched out different titles. The women's tag team business is what, only 5 years old, 6 years old at max.
Nigga, it's been 5 years already.
No, they taught ain't no 6 years though. That thing like, wait, is it?
I said 5. That was 2016. So I'm not sure. I can't. But the point I'm making is that if you don't have certain parts of the show itself, then it's not a full show. Can you imagine WWE without a tag team championship belt running around somewhere? You can't, because it goes all the way back to WCW. It goes to the Harlem Heat. It goes to
2018, by the way.
The Wild Samoans.
Hold on,
it goes
2018
back.
price?
Yeah, 2018.
All right, cool.
Oh, Walsh is younger than I thought. So, but what I'm saying is, tag team wrestling goes back, and it's a staple in WWE community. So that's why it's still alive. The women's part,
life support.
It's on life support, yes, because half their tag teams don't went somewhere else. F.T.R. didn't have to go somewhere else, but they had to go somewhere else. You feel me? The Good Brothers didn't have to go anywhere else. The Good Brothers didn't have to go anywhere else, but the Good Brothers had to go somewhere else.
But Tony, did you hear that story that F.T.R. gonna fuck up that writer?
What did you say?
So I think it was in a Cash or Dax. They did an interview saying there was a someone in production that was fucking them over. Basically, he said, "Hey, you guys got to do this or do that, or I'm not gonna, get y'all booked." So after the match, they went up to each other and said, "I'm gonna fuck that dude up." And his tag team was like, "All right, let's go do it." So they got behind the dude, waiting for him to get done with his job, and they were gonna fuck him up. But the dude knew about to happen to him, so he did everything he could to stay at his desk. At some point, they made that fucking he ain't working no more, but they were gonna fuck him up.
And like always, y'all, this has been another great episode. Sorry about the technical issues. We're gonna get that fixed next week. Yo, but I'm your host, the captain speaking.
By the way, he's not here with us. Shout out to Gavante.
Shout out to Gavante. Shout out to Underboss. Shout out to my boy the Enforcer. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week, not next week, but the week after next. And we are out of here. Too sweet.
Too sweet. Bang.